Hey everybody, Justin Seeley here with an Adobe Illustrator tutorial for you. This time around I'm going to be showing you how to create these long shadow designs inside of Adobe Illustrator with a very quick and very easy effect that you can apply to just about anything. Now if you don't know what long shadow design is, it's basically what you're looking at here. It makes an otherwise flat design look a little bit more three-dimensional with the use of this sort of long shadow that goes off oftentimes to the right or to the left at about a 45-degree angle. And so a lot of people have many different ways of creating this in Photoshop and many other applications and also through CSS, but in Illustrator I find it to be even better to create these things because of the fact that Illustrator's vector and thus it can scale up or down without any type of penalty. So you could save this out as a GIF, a PNG, SVG, doesn't matter, any of those will work. And so I'm going to show you how to create it, and it works just like I said for just about anything. So let's go over here to this little starter document that I've made here and see how it works. First things first, I'm going to select just the part of the design that I want to apply the shadow to. Once I have that selected, I'm going to go to the Effect menu. I'm going to go down to Distort and Transform and select Transform. And in the Transform panel, I'm going to move this over so I can get a better look at it. I'm just going to select the Move section right here, and I'm going to set the horizontal move to 0.5 and the vertical move to 0.5. Then I'm going to select the Copies area down here at the bottom, and I'm going to type out something like about 420. And I know that because I've practiced this a few times. You could start off with a big number like 300 or 400 just to see what it gives you, but I know that when I hit Preview, I'm going to see the long shadow instantly created, and it's going to extend just far enough to go off the canvas, which is exactly what I want. So in this case, I'm going to hit OK, and that creates that for me. Now I am going to grab the eyedropper tool and just sample the background color and change the blend mode of this particular layer to multiply and then set the opacity to something like 40%. Then what I'm going to do is copy that, edit, copy or Command or Control C, and paste it in front of itself, Command or Control F or edit paste in front. And then I'm simply going to take this layer, make its blend mode normal, change it back to 100%. In the Appearance panel, we're going to select that Transform and delete it. And then we are going to change the color to white, or whatever color your element happens to be. So now the element sits on top. It's got a nice long shadow around the outside. And if you want to trim off this excess, there are two ways to do that. The first of which is rather intensive, and it can really slow down your computer. That is to select this object in the background, expand it out by going to Object, Expand Appearance. That's going to turn all of those into paths. And then what you can do is use the Shape Builder tool to combine this with the background and just sort of saw off the edges. But I'm not going to do that because it does take a lot of time to get that to work. I'm going to do a more simple way. I'm just going to take a rectangle, have no fill, no stroke, go around the outside, something kind of like this, and then I'm going to select that object, right-click, make clipping mask, and then just send it back one layer with Command left bracket on my keyboard, and there we go. Then when I'm finished with this, I can go Save for Web just by holding down Shift Option Command on the Mac, Shift Alt Control on the PC, and then I can resize it, change it, whatever I want inside of this dialog box to save it out for the web. So this works for icons, all different types of graphics that you want to create inside of Illustrator. And the best part is, as long as you didn't expand out those paths, as long as you kept that as a live effect, you could actually save that as a graphic style inside of Illustrator and then apply that graphic style to any object that you want. Anytime you have a design project, you could create a graphic style for a 45-degree shadow to the left or to the right, and that way it saves you all of that time from having to go through and recreate this effect every time, even though the effect itself is not all that complicated. So there you go, how to create long shadows inside of Adobe Illustrator with just about any object using one simple effect. So that about wraps it up for this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, you can post them on my blog site at justinseeley.com or here on my YouTube channel. You can also reach me via Facebook at facebook.com/SeeleyFB, and I'm also on Twitter at Justin Seeley. And I'd really appreciate it if you would also subscribe to my YouTube channel and be alerted every time I get a brand new video up there for you. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope to see you again real soon.